Good evening, everybody. My name is Djtimx. I am here to fly a little airplane. We're doing some missions here in Flight Simulator. I'm just barely getting over this cold, so if I go into a coughing fit, I will try to shut the mic off and not make you listen to it. We're going to fly ourselves to one of my favorite airports, which is Grand Harbor in Traverse City, Little Traverse. Now, I don't want to fly this little plane. I want to fly one of my jets. As you can see, I own several airplanes in this particular company in career mode here. I am a huge fan of the Cirrus jet. I'm so comfortable in this thing at this point. It's really easy to fly. I forgot to check everything. I hope I have enough gas. I didn't even look. Too busy talking. Well, I might have just screwed the pooch on that one. So anyways, I'm trying to build up enough money to buy a nicer airplane. For a different company, I'm trying to buy a airplane and start a medevac company. I also already own charter service, VIP service, all kinds of stuff. It's almost easier to say what I don't own. But I own, flight seeing and charter, and so yeah, I don't have enough gas. Definitely don't have enough gas for this trip. How can I fix that? Is it gonna let me change stuff? I don't think so, but we'll check. No. We're gonna wind up having to abort this. Which stinks, because this is to an airport that I'm comfortable in, and now it's not gonna be here. There's a couple airports I've been flying into a lot lately, and I really like them because of I know their approaches, and I know how well the approach works. So I'm a big fan of going to those, particularly because they, are they're easier. Leads to a smoother flight. Yeah, I could go on for hours. To Lions. What is this CA? Canada NA3. Shows LIFR over here. What kind of an approach is this going to give me? So you see how it says pattern entry? I mean, I'm not trying to do a pattern right now. It takes too long. It's not enough fun. I'm trying to do a little more professional style flight. So what I would like to land is in some sort of a straight in approach entry, an RNAV VNAV approach, which this one is not. CO2. I believe this one has an approach, but it doesn't even have any land. I think the runway is pretty goofy. Yeah, look at that. It's a hook approach. I'm going to see about looking into something else. That one has an approach. So, kind of a low payment on this one, but it's a short run. And we are not going to use our propeller plane. We're going to use a jet because I like my jets. Transfer my jet, please. Transfer that. Now, this is what I didn't do last time. I didn't check my fuel. I didn't do my maintenance. All right. Now I got enough gas to get it done. Looking good there. Give it a good wash. We out the dope. Tick tock, tick tock. I don't feel the need to do pre-flight. I just had it inspected by a mechanic. Look at this lady that wants to fly with us. Okay.
Good afternoon, Cap. Today you've got the pleasure of taking Mrs. Tertirian to Middleton. She's close to one of our top clients.
I take it it's just her.
For her. Provide her with the finest service
her.
on behalf of our company. I know
And
I can
whoever
count on
that
you.
is.
Have a good
Okay.
flight, Captain.
Okay, we have 102. I've accepted that initialization. We're going to switch this to map. We're going to full map. Throw the weather on there for me, please. Okay.
Kilo Delta and Victor November traffic. November 74122 is taxiing to runway 15. Kilo Delta, Victor November traffic.
How do I get past that one to the other one? There we go. Okay. We're ready to taxi. All right. Announce our takeoff.
Kilo Delta, Victor November traffic. November 74122. Taking off runway 15. Departure to the east. Kilo Delta, Victor November traffic. Madam, welcome on board this flight to Middleton. I'm here to ensure you have an enjoyable journey today. If there is anything I can do to make your flight more comfortable, please let me know. Please fasten your seatbelt. And remember, this is a non-smoking flight. You'll find a safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you. Prepare for takeoff. Thank you.
All right, so we are about to enter this runway 15 here and take off. Now, there are two types of pilots in this world. There are pilots that only can fly with automated systems, and then there are pilots that always fly by hand. You want to call it fly-by-wire, you want to call it fly-by-hand. I mean, I aspire to be both. I want to know how to use my equipment, and I want to know how to work if my equipment fails. And a lot of times I'll find on these flights that one thing leads to another, and the autopilot doesn't grab, the automatic landing system doesn't work out right, and I have to land it by hand anyway. However, I'm getting more proficient by the day with the systems provided with this particular airplane. And so, flaps 15, we're ready to go. Let's do this. We've got a pretty good crosswind coming at us. So you can tell by that flag to the right there. I'm going to try and keep it center line if I can, which is going to be just about impossible today, I think. Lift up. And we're up. Gear up. Flaps up. Contact ATC, please.
Approach November 74122 is type. 1 mile south of Kilo Delta, Victor November 1000.
You didn't tell them what type you are, dude.
Transition, Charlie airspace.
November 74122. Approach. Squawk 2136.
Now, if I actually set that, it'll screw up my ability to just hit enter.
122. Radar contact 2 miles southeast of Kilo Delta Victor November 2100. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain all navigation.
We'll maintain our own navigation. Problem is, I'm about to ask you for IFR clearance.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace. 122.
122. You're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
So it's already
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. 122. Approach November 74122 is
Well, we are at cruising speed. We are flying along here pretty good. We're at a good clip.
122, Chicago Center. Altimeter tree 009er. Radar contact. Continue to sight head.
And we are on the navigational system here, which is holding our altitude and our direction for us. Need a sip of water there. You gotta keep the pipes moist. Thank you very much. I mean, this is a relatively short flight, but this is also the boring part. And how many of you really want to sit and watch me just let the plane fly itself? No, y'all want to see if I can land this by myself or if I have to use the VNAV approach. We're going to attempt the VNAV approach. VNAV RNAV. We're going to try that approach, and if it doesn't work out, we're going to land by hand. So get ready, we're going to skip to descent.
Chicago Center, 122. Cancel IFR at this time.
122. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
So now, last time I did a flight, we had a really long approach from descent, and it took me too long, right? So I'm going to take a moment to actually look and see where I'm at in this. Look, we're not putting our gear down until we get to X side. We're already slowed down a bit. We're going to slow down a bit more. Off to the right is KJBL. I can just barely see the runway right there. Hey, that'll be an alternate if we need one. No. Do this. .3016, we're good there. 18 knots, 013, 18 knots, gusting to 18. Oh, gusting to 18. That's pretty hardcore. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a faster approach in. I was just checking the weather. Don't mind me. You can see how hard the airplane's rocking around. We're at 4,000 feet and she's bumping around like this. So one thing I'm not good at so far is watching the chat. I don't know how many people are watching us right now. I don't know how many people are talking to me right now. So you'll have to forgive me. I mean, I do have a minute to figure this out. Stand by. Nobody's talking. Nobody's talking. That's good. I didn't miss nothing, I guess. So we're currently working on getting to the approach. Let's go back. We're right here. We're going to take a left at X side. I don't know when the glide path is going to take us down. We're the plane with the blue circle over here. I don't know when the glide path is going to kick in, but we're going to be taking a left at X side, and from the looks of it, it's right up here by these lakes. Yeah. Yeah, back to it then. Yeah, back to it then. You know, I want to take a moment to complain about Uber Eats. They send me a message every single day whether I have enough money to order anything or not. And I don't have any money right now. I'm broke, and I would really like some Cafe Zupas, but I can't. So could, you know, Uber Eats go away for a little bit? I don't know. Could they just stop reminding me that I'm broke? I don't know. It's a typical situation that everybody winds up in once in a while, right? It's what happens when you go to Disneyland. So we tend to look for other airports and other airplanes, right? I take a look out the right-hand window and see if I can see this airport that I see on the map. No, can't see it. I'm going to toggle the quick view. Quick view looks at a whole lot of nothing. Okay. You know, I just realized I think I'm kind of hungry. It means that I'm not feeling as bad as I think, but man, I feel awful. It's a pretty big boat for such a small lake over there. I'm just observing, if I'm honest. I don't see the airport yet. I know it's over there somewhere. I don't see it yet. I guess we could turn weather off and just go to straight map. So there's a lot of things about this airplane. I got a few minutes. I may as well figure out something to talk about. There's a lot of things about this airplane I like. I like the fact that these automated systems work as well as they do. I have better luck with this automated system than the G1000. Is it more user-friendly? I don't know. You notice at the beginning of this flight, I had to remove the tags from the parachute. All Cirrus planes apparently come with a parachute, and that's a really nice thing to have just in case. We recently had an incident in Lake Michigan where someone had to parachute down into Lake Michigan, and the Coast Guard had to pick them up, and everybody was just fine. Unfortunately, the Cirrus airplane went down into the lake. And I will consider that a loss, a hull loss. Although, you never know. Come up here on our turn. We'll take a left-hand turn at Exide here. Now, on the top left corner of my screen is a little map. I don't know how to get rid of that map. I'm going to have to Google that a little bit later and see if I can get rid of that little circle map. It's kind of a cheater thing. Now, if I use my navigational tools correctly, I don't need that map. So, whatever.
Vertical track.
Vertical track. Okay, so that tells me that we are definitely in line to land this bad boy on the automated system. GPS, yaw damper, vertical alt. We can go ahead and start slowing down now. Now I'm just going to start by lowering some gear and lowering the flaps. I'm not even touching the throttle yet. I got one more click of flaps to kick on after we settle off here after this turn, and then I'm going to adjust my throttle to where I want it. The other thing is, as soon as it starts going down, which it's doing right now, that's going to change things again. So let's go ahead and click that extra click of flaps, take the flaps to full. That should help us control our speed in the descent. We have passed Gusby, and we are heading for Djtimx. Well, we're on top of Gusby right now, I guess. Correct turn, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Gusby. All right, now we got our pink dot. You see this pink dot here in the primary? That pink dot's going to drop, and so is our altitude. This is where we need to be, folks. We are on approach, and we're at 104 knots and dropping. And this is why these approaches are important. I still do not know where the airport is, but I'm very convinced and very confident that this airplane is heading directly for the runway, going to come down in the right spot. We could have complete overcast skies and still be able to fly. That's what's important about these IFR flights and these IFR approaches. I still have not adjusted my throttles. All right, we're going to be passing Djtimx here. We're going to have to go all the way in. Charlie 29. Landing on runway, what? 28? Yeah. Still do not see the airport. I think when my next video, I'm going to do an actual pattern approach so everybody can see the difference. Another video I'm going to do, I'm going to fly into O'Hare in the thick of the evening so everybody can see what it's like to be mixed up in all that mess. Oh, I think I see the runway. I do see some red lights. There's the runway. It's a little bit off kilter. As soon as I can make minor adjustments and not kill the autopilot. So we're gonna just let the autopilot take us all the way down to the, as close as it will. There's a good chance it's gonna take me all the way to the runway. And right before I touch down, I'm gonna flare so I don't hit the ground too hard. Although I'm gonna have to adjust right here. Oh, I should say adjust left, but yeah. Touch back on the throttle there. Ooh, winds are really adjusting here. Oh my goodness. These winds are horrible. Yeah, the autopilot just killed on me. And that's okay, because I'm taking it in by hand. Ooh. Oh, that's a hard one. I'll get it though. Well, I did see a red mark. I don't know what it said. I think it said I hit too hard, or I turned too hard, one of the two. Yeah, that wind was hardcore, my friends. But you'll notice we are on the ground, and we are on the ground safely. A whole lot of fishtail on that one. I will once again be getting my landing gear looked at before my next flight. I have to get that landing gear inspected, because Lord knows I almost blew a tire on that skid. Turned into Tokyo Drift on the end there. Y'all didn't think you could drift an airplane, did you?
Kilo Delta Victor November traffic. November 74122 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Delta Victor November traffic.
So I should be prompted right now to say something to my passengers, and I'm not being. It bothers me, because that's a little bit less satisfaction level that they will have. Taxi, taxi, taxi. Why can't I just call an Uber? But seriously, folks, I've got a million of them. This little guy's telling me where to go. Look at that. I'm gonna tell this guy where to go soon.
Already arrived? Time flies. I even wrapped up my work. Will totally recommend this company.
Look at that. He still wants me to move. I don't care. I'm parking it right here. I want my money. I better get a bad weather bonus for that one, because man, that was rough. Come on, engine shut down already. Give me my money. Thank you. See, only 84% passenger satisfaction. Why? Because that didn't even prompt me to say anything at the end there. But I know, still get some XP, gonna get some money from it. I don't care. Got my hours. Made 56,620 credits. How about that? Now, it's been a blast. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Did you guys learn anything? Hope we did. Now, I had a second viewer for a minute. How about that? We are going to go back and do what we got to do. We're going to take a little break tonight. It's been fun. I hope you have a great day. Peace out. And always, peace and humptiness.